version. Trying to think back to teenage years when you basically assume that if you don't get laid soon, you will die a virgin. So I was trying to put across that desperation to a kind of a ELO, disco-y kind of vibe. It's kind of pumping. I really wanted to be behind the desk and listening to the sound that was coming out of the speakers, so I have written myself out of all the playing, which is a good thing, because that's my worst attribute. My timing is not good.
John, and I kind of fill in all the parts that Neil doesn't really want to play. A little bit of whatever's required whenever's required.
Because I'm not allowing headphones and kind of people don't sink into their own little worlds. They have to play together and they have to play sensitively to each other. You know, the drummer can't play astonishingly loudly or else nobody will hear themselves play.
It's hard to play certain things quietly. The drums do sound like they're being played in that old sort of 60s sneaky, quiet way, rather than, you know, just whacking it out.
They're kind of forced back into an old school mentality of playing as a whole.
It's quite nerve-wracking as well, because suddenly you know that you could have a bad take and everyone else could do a fantastic job, and suddenly because of your mistake or your error per se, you could have to send everyone back to the beginning to do it all over again.
Okay, show people. Ready to go.
Day one was fine. Obviously, it took about 7 hours to get all the mics to work and be pointed in the right directions, but everything is going according to plan.
What do you think?
What a great day! Well, today is the big first day of kind of everybody all together. I mean, there will be issues. The string players will scream abuse at me for not allowing them to have headphones. But if they need headphones, then there's something wrong with the balance of how people are playing. So I'm not going to give in immediately.
This is a bit of a kind of four to the floor sort of tune. It's got to be very, very, very rhythmic. So your main quaver thing being da 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 da. That's the kind of thing. 3, 4.
It sounds phenomenal. I hope we can get them to play it right all the way through once, that good, and get it on tape.
We've been going together since the 8th of November. Oh, it seems like forever.
I'm waiting for the first complaint. We need headphones. We cannot possibly do this without cows.
You told me on our first date what you do on my birthday.
I've had bastard of a time keeping the time. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
I can't hear it. I'm finding it very difficult, actually, that last bit where there's no drums, where I come back in.
Sometimes it's just perfect. Hard to say, really.
Yeah.
I wish I could sort of find one thing that was...
We're all so far away from each other, sometimes there's a time delay between when the strings hear the drums and when I hear the drums stood next to them. It's very different. So, of course, once you've played your part in the band, there's nothing you can do to fix it, so the sort of pressure's on to play it perfectly in the first place.
Please have 15 minutes break. It's a bit confusing what he's done. He's going to put strings in, but they're not really disco type strings, which you'd have on there. They're playing the tune, and that's part of, I think, the problem is we haven't quite found the exact right way to do it. We've under so much time pressure, that's the problem, but we've got to try and find the way of playing it, and then we've all got to play it really well, all at the same time.
We've got to nail this soon.
We're going to know it now.
Oh, good. John?
Yeah?
Why are you playing flat all of a sudden?
No apparent reason.
felt a little bit under pressure because the difference between being sharp or being flat or being absolutely smack bang in tune when you're playing it in that way is really sort of a really, really fine kind of hair's difference.
John? Yeah? Now on the lowest notes of the swoops, they're getting a little sharp for some. Good man. Sexy motherfuckers. That was good. Very good. We've got to take, okay?
I'm looking at the tune.